I'm Princess Jerry Cannoli.
Chavi.
And we're chasing Fruit Loops. Tonight's guest is Sharp Dress Band. We have Bobby, Tommy, and Frank.
Ow!
Hi, guys.
What's up, Jerry? How are you?
Fab, how are you?
We are wonderful.
Yeah.
We bad. We nationwide.
I can't get over this. It's like I have to tug his beard. I'm like a 2-year-old, you know? I'm like a 2-year-old
I
over
know,
here.
we learned that. Our engineer inside was hollering at us for playing with the mics.
Don't tug on mine, it's real.
So, guys, welcome back. And Bobby, you told me you got lots going on, so let's get to it.
We got some stuff coming up. We have actually this Saturday coming up off Key Tiki.
Ooh.
In Patchogue, 31 Baker Place in Patchogue.
That's a cool place.
Yeah, we got a real good opening act too. We got the Mechanics going to open up for us that night.
Okay.
Real good bunch of guys, great bunch of players, and then followed by Sharp Dress Band with Tommy portraying the part of Billy Gibbons, and Frank portraying the part of Mr. Frank Beard Patterson over here.
No beard though.
No, he's the only one without a beard.
Beard doesn't have a beard.
He's the only one without a beard.
Wait, they all had beard, right?
And I'll be playing Dusty, of course, with my 51P bass, like Dusty would be using. We try to portray as close to the original as possible. I mean, we had a great rehearsal last night. These guys are on fire. We're ready to rock. We're going to tear this place up.
Tell us how that started.
What?
How you got it all together.
Well, Sharp Dress Band as a whole has been around for about 10 years. Mm-hmm. It's transitioned several times with a couple of different members. Tommy was a godsend. We found him, and he's definitely our Billy. He's sticking around. We're not getting rid of him anytime soon.
Well, I played with Tommy with the Sweet Susie Band.
Yeah, Tommy's played. He's been around the circuit for quite a while. He's played with Sweet Susie, with the Cranks, right?
Yeah,
played it off the hook
first
too?
band I was in
Off the
was
hook?
with the Hat, actually. Him and I started the first band back in 1979, 1980.
Wow.
Yeah, we started it right out of high school, and that's what we did when we got out of high school. We played the bar circuit. And,
You're Lindenhurst born, right?
Yeah.
Ed's still from around the corner here.
Yeah,
He's
we
over
went to
there.
high school
He's
together.
over there now.
Over there now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we had a blast doing it. We made
tell
money
you.
and had fun.
Hats off to Ed the Hat.
That's right.
This guy is out jamming every night, just about every night of the week. With
Ed
Jim
the
Moran.
Hat.
These guys, they're running open jams all over the place. And I do have to say thank you to Jim and Ed for introducing me to the jam circuit. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have started hosting an open mic. I hosted a few myself.
Right.
I since put that to bed, concentrating on this project, and it's actually paid off. Hosting the open mics, it has made me a better player. Jim is a wealth of knowledge, an absolute wealth of knowledge as far as playing and dealing with the business side of things. So I learned a lot from him, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. Ed the Hat, Jim Moran, Mikey Green, I love you guys. I don't care what they said.
Yeah, they are a great group of guys. Hopefully, this Sunday, if everything goes well, I will be at the jam because I'm off. So happy.
I go to that jam once
Yeah.
in a while. I've played with Jim Moran in a few situations.
Yeah,
He's a
they're
great
good.
player.
They're so tight, man.
Yeah.
They are just so tight. They know. They just know.
And you
It's
never
like
know for the way Ed talks, Ed the Hat.
picking on Ed.
Talks like Wolfman Jack,
That he's got such a golden voice. You would never realize that just talking to him. You wouldn't really know until he picks up a mic. Totally different guy.
Who's hitting the mic over here?
Whose phone is
Isn't that me?
That's somebody's phone.
That's a phone? Okay.
Yeah. I think
that
that's
I don't
somebody's
know.
phone.
So what? You're going to be at Off Key Tiki.
We're at
this
Off Key
weekend.
Tiki this Saturday. Yep, the 22nd. Show starts at 7. We're going to go 7 to 11. Mechanics are going to open up the night. They're going to play for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we're going to finish it off in the sharp dressed fashion. just the way you see us. Beards, the hats, the whole 9 yards.
The moves and everything.
Come on down with and we'll give you all a pair of cheap sunglasses. You can wear them and help us out.
Do I get
you gotta know
Ray-Bans?
the words. What?
I want Ray-Bans.
No, you don't get Ray-Bans.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
Ray-Bans.
I'll bring my dollars.
That's not
to-
cheap
They
enough.
ain't cheap.
Yeah, right.
No, we'll give you a pair of cheap sunglasses. that's part of the gimmick. We'll give you a
knockoffs.
pair on the way in the door.
Ah.
Yeah, that's something that I came up with the other night. Tommy and I were talking about that, and just to get everybody involved with us. We're we're gonna do that. That's good. It's gonna be part of our thing is to hand out some cheap sunglasses.
Okay. I was going to ask. Now, you guys have played together, right? And then, where did you find your drummer? We left out the poor drummer again.
The drummer's always left out. He's always back there, just keeping the beat. Let me tell you something. He's an intricate part of this thing. He really is, because the ZZ Top music is really, everybody thinks it's 3 and 4 chords. You're right. It absolutely is 3 and 4 chords. And then it takes that left turn. Frank knows where all the stops are. Frank knows where all the little nuances are. And, again, it's a whole unit. It's not just one guy. It's all 3 of us together, listening and feeding off of each other. That's just the way it works. Frank, tell them a little bit about drumming. Tell them where you've been.
Well, right now I'm playing in several bands.
Oh, wow.
I've played with many bands over the years. If you're from Long Island, you might know me from Little Cliff and the Cliffhangers. I was with them for like 20 years. I was with Little Cliff.
Wow.
And who else did I play with? Atomic Red Hots, Bob Palucci, Hooch and the Bluesicians. Right now I'm playing with Andy Dell, Courageous Cats, which is a wonderful all original band. Well, not all original, but he does it very funk fusion style.
No, we'll talk. We'll get you on too.
Oh, he's played
See
here.
how I do it?
Andy's
He's
a
played
great
here
player.
at the Paradise Studio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Andy's a great player.
Oh yeah, he's a wonderful player. Very good singer-songwriter. Yeah.
All right,
And,
we have Valerie Schrager. She says, play a tune. Did you bring tunes with you?
We did not.
Oh,
but I don't know. We could probably conjure up a video or two because we did a showcase here at Paradise Studios a few months back, and not sure, but we're gonna have to check with the engineer when we go to commercial, and
Right.
see if he may be able to conjure up a video or two from when we were here back a few months back. We don't entirely know if if that's the case, but you never know. So Valerie, hang tight. Keep an eye on the screen, and we might be able to come up with something for you.
You never
Right.
know. You never know what'll
So-
happen at Paradise.
How about you, Billy? What do you got to say?
Yeah, I like it tight, I like it good, and I like it right. You know what I'm saying? It's good, man. Yeah,
Wow.
well, I enjoy playing, and I've been a musician since I was 17, and I love all types of music because every type of music has something different to offer. It's you got reggae, you got blues, you got country, you got rock, you got hard rock, and they all have a message to send, and that's why I like ZZ Top. I mean, they are such a tight group that their music that they wrote, they came out of with a very original way of playing, and a lot of their songs when they first started back in the 70s changed dramatically as they progressed in time, and they did a lot of rock, blues, they did dance, so they really followed the whole style of music when it changed in time, and that's what kept them alive. They're still very popular today, and I really enjoy and get a great feeling of playing and doing what they do and then looking like them and sounding like them. It's fun to do. I mean, I like to do other stuff too, but this is like one of my favorites to do, you know. And just the Billy Gibbons sound on the studio stuff, especially phenomenal. And he always worked very hard, and they all worked, I should say. Just, you know, Dusty, Frank Beard, and Billy, they just worked. You could tell it. They worked. They put the time in to make their sound, you know, what it is, become what it was. And they will be legends and always be.
Wow.
All right,
50
I
year-
want to listen. Let's take a commercial break and figure out what's going on with these mics.
Yeah, we got
Let's
something
take a
going on.
commercial break. We'll be right back. ALJ Service Center, 2100 Belmore Avenue in Belmore. Ray and the crew have an outstanding reputation in the Belmore community, built by hard work, honesty, and professionalism. ALJ specializes in computer diagnostics for today's modern automobiles. Whether it's domestic or foreign, ALJ assures your vehicle is at peak performance when it leaves. ALJ also offers expert restoration and repair on vehicles as well as antique, classic, and muscle cars. Call ALJ for your automotive needs. 516-409-4433. Once again, that number is 516-409-4433.
This is Jerry Ann Casola. She has just finished working on a collection of short stories about the love and joy rescue animals can bring. Each chapter contains a message about how people should and could be kinder to animals. The book is rated G, meaning family friendly. To order Life in the Pits, send $13 to paypal.me/Jerry-Ann Casola.
Pit of Our Souls, a nonprofit animal rescue that deals primarily with pit bulls but will never turn away any dog, no matter what breed or size. Their primary focus is not only to rescue and rehome those in need, but to educate and rehabilitate to prevent the cycle from continuing. Pit of Our Souls offers boarding, training, and as much assistance as possible to those in need. Call Pit of Our Souls 516-308-6221 or check out their website www.pitofoursoulsrescue.com. And we're back. Woo! Oh, wow, wow, wow. What is your favorite song to play?
Oh man, there's some we try to hit on all the hits that everybody knows. When we see your mouths moving, you know, just like mouthing the words or singing them back at us, that's something that you know that really gets us going. You think we can't see you with the cheap sunglasses on, but you're wrong. We see you. You know, we're all.
Well, speak for yourself. I like to close my eyes when I play, and if I got the sunglasses on, nobody can tell.
He gave up a secret.
Yeah.
But yeah, we you know we got a few. I mean, we just added a few new ones to the thing too, and to our list too. So we got some of the more of the danceable stuff we brought in.
She's got legs.
It's a little
I
bit
love
on the
that
high
one.
end of things. We're working on that one. We all working on that one. That's a little bit on the high end of things. And there's a lot of electronic stuff going on in there, so we got to figure out how we're gonna emulate that in there. there's ways, and we're gonna do it. We are working on that. That's for sure. We got Tube Snake Boogie. We added. We added Pearl Necklace.
Yeah.
What else have we put in there?
Well, my favorite is
Under pressure.
Got Me Under Pressure.
my favorite is Nationwide, definitely.
And Frank's bad. He's nationwide. He likes that one. I'm bad. I'm nationwide. I like cheap sunglasses. You know, that's one that everybody knows. You know, it's on the radio. You know, ZZ's doing their 50th anniversary this year, and these guys are still kicking. You know, they're still kicking it. They're still selling out, and people are still buying their music. You know, I actually went out. I build my own guitars, so I'm building a 50th anniversary P-Bass, all gold, for the ZZ Top 50th anniversary. For the
Now your wife knows about this, right?
yeah, she knows.
Okay, go
She
ahead.
knows all about it. Yeah, hi,
I don't want to
Lisa.
get. I don't want to get in any trouble.
Yeah, if she didn't, she does now. 'Cause I'm sure she's at home watching.
Yes, she is, and we appreciate that.
And so is my daughter in New Jersey. Hi, Christina. Yeah, so you know, I built a couple of guitars for this band so far. I have a 51 P-Bass that I use exclusively with this band. It doesn't go out to any other venues, any other band. That stays at home. It is for use for Sharp Dress Band only, and it's special. It's definitely special.
Now, what possessed you to just do ZZ Top stuff?
It was always something that I wanted to do, and you know, with the music scene the way the music scene is now, there's either two ways you can make dough. All right, it's either by hosting an open mic, or being in a tribute act.
Okay.
So, being that there was 600 Led Zeppelin tributes. You know, and you know, a couple of Van Halen tributes, and a couple of this guy, and a couple of that guy.
You know,
These
I
ZZ Top
play
tributes
I
are
play in a Deep Purple tribute too. That's
Oh, wow.
They went around. I love Deep Purple too.
Which one?
Shades
It's
of
called
Purple.
Shades of Purple. Sometimes we play together.
Yeah, he does double duty. So, you know, being that there are very few ZZ Top tributes, and the ones that there are around is like, you know, shout out to the guys in Eliminator. They're good friends of mine. They're from the Chicago area, and they kick it over that way. So we have no competition with them. And then we have ZZ Tush, another friend of mine, John Roach, out of California. He's on the West Coast.
ZZ Tush.
Yep, he does the West Coast circuit. So up here, you know, we're it. We're basically it. The act is trademarked. I own the trademark on the name. So those of you who are going to try to steal the name, our attorneys will come after you. No problem. I don't have a problem with that. I will own you and take your home and whatever else that you got.
I love this guy. I really love him. He's like, I'll just take your home, you know, your dog.
You know, it's. I did things right when I did this. This is business to me. This is straight up business, and that's all there is to it. We don't do door deals. We don't play for the door. We play by contract only, and we get paid, and that's all there is to
Yeah,
it.
it's important.
You know, when we're bringing in roughly, what do you figure, about 100,000 in gear, $100,000 worth of gear between the drums, my rig, your rig, then $100,000 PA. You know, sometimes even
No,
more
you
than
need
that.
to get paid.
You got it.
You got to get paid. God forbid
know,
anything happens. You need to get your money.
People have approached us and have said, you know, well, you guys can play here, but you know, it's a door deal. Yeah,
You know.
no. Nope.
Oh,
That's
there are
not
a
the way.
lot of venues on Long Island that are doing door deals, or there's a lot still just paying straight out.
It goes both ways. There are plenty of venues that are doing the door deal, and it really doesn't work. It only works for the venue. It doesn't work
Right.
for the bands because there's always, well, we don't charge our regulars, and we don't. This one doesn't pay, and that one doesn't
And the
pay.
girlfriends and the wives and,
And
the friends and the
exactly.
cousins and half the
So-
household.
You know, and my thing is again, it's business. We're not here to entertain your clientele for nothing. You know, you're the one lining your pockets with money. You got to give us something too, because playing on a wing and a prayer doesn't pay my electric bill. Bottom line.
All of you guys have regular jobs in between all of this?
We do.
Okay.
I have an irregular job. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I have a regular job.
Okay.
He's Tommy's a mechanic by trade,
Okay.
but he does in-home mortician work on the side.
Okay.
So, you know, if you need any body parts or anything like that,
I could use a little formaldehyde, you know, touch up here and there.
we know somebody that could do that too.
Great. That's awesome. That's all I need.
But yeah, we all have regular day jobs. But
Day jobs
again,
are fun.
You know, this is a part-time job, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. Just learning the songs, finding the music, the rehearsal time. You know, hats off to Frank. I got to say a big thank you to Frank's wife. We rehearse at Frank's house.
Or
So we
She's
take
got
over.
she's got to escape because it gets loud.
We take over
Aw.
Frank's dining room every Tuesday night, and you know, and I got
do you
to say
dance on the dining room table?
big thank you to Kathy for allowing us into her home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Lulu's boyfriend comes over.
You know,
My dog Lulu loves Bob.
yeah, she's my friend.
He brings the Scooby snacks.
Ah.
So you know, you don't have much to say over here. How about you do a little bit of talking? You know what I mean? I'm getting tired.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Where do I go? Let's see. Well,
you play
like
with?
you say, I play with the mechanics right now too. I got my friend Joe in there, Pete and Larry. They're fine musicians also, and that's another whole other thing of a lot of work and rehearsal. And you know, we're going to be opening up for this gig on February 22nd, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, there it is, right
Oh,
up
wow.
there. That's the little card on the bottom there, and we got a guest saxophone player coming down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who do you
yeah.
got?
Sterling is the gentleman.
Oh, Sterling's
Oh, I
coming.
know
Oh, everybody
Sterling.
knows Sterling.
Yeah.
Sterling Bailey.
Yeah,
I love that little man. I haven't
Yeah,
seen him in
he's
forever.
great.
Is he going to pick up the two saxes and play one note on both horns at the same time?
Oh, I don't know.
He always does that.
Yeah, he just had last
Or he
time.
holds a note for like 3 minutes
Yeah, and
without taking a breath.
right. You don't even got to mic the guy up. You know what I mean? He just comes out. He's got such a pair of lungs.
Wow.
He's
He does that circular breathing stuff.
Yeah, Sterling Bailey's been around a long time. I know Sterling a long time myself, and I didn't know he was coming. It'll be nice
as
to
a
nice
special
little
guest,
reunion.
yeah.
I haven't
I'll
seen him in a
have to
while.
have a beer with him.
You know,
Yeah, well, we could all have fun. He's coming down, and we got a bunch of other friends coming down, and it's going to be a good night. It really is, and especially we're going to have people we haven't seen in a long time come down and see us.
Nice.
And if it was summertime, it would be a little better, but it's still a nice place to play the tiki, off-key tiki.
Well,
down
they have
at
it
Back
all
Shop.
closed in.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
In case you don't
yeah,
know,
Is that the one that has the little beach out
yes,
there?
it is.
Yeah.
Well, what they
Got the
do
beach
is
and
that the
palm
whole
trees.
deck area, they enclose it with
Yes.
the plexiglass, and it's heated, so it's not cold.
Yeah, I've been there. You know, it's we went to see Nick Rosselli before he moved, and had a fabulous time. It was cold, but it wasn't bad in there at all.
I tell you what,
Pina
last time
coladas
I
weren't
played
that bad
there,
either.
last time we played there, we had the Deep Purple band with us, my Deep Purple band, and it was hot. And
Yeah,
that was about what, 2 months
It
ago.
was, yeah, that was
It-
a
it
month
was
and a half,
hot.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
We had to have him turn the heat down. We were
Oh,
all
wow.
cooking, you know.
Wow.
So, I mean, having all this gear on too, that doesn't help matters any with the beard and the hat and the, I was roasted.
Did you guys get any beach gigs this year?
We have, actually, we're doing the Famous Food Festival.
Oh,
Both dates. We're gonna do the first date. I think it's in, what did I say, July? July, and then there's an October date. We're gonna do both of those. I do have someone working on some of the beach huts for us. So yeah,
Those are
we'll probably
great gigs.
be out at the beach hut sometime. We do have 89 North on the calendar. We have a second off-key tiki in April. And off the top of my head, I just can't remember the others. Cadillac Ranch is on the plate right now, which is up in Southington, Connecticut, followed by Mohegan Sun Arena.
oh wow.
And oh, sorry, not the Mohegan Sun Arena, the Lions Den at
Okay.
Mohegan Sun. So that'll be like a whole weekend for us somewhere, and we're entertaining Resorts World's offer. So we do have a bunch of stuff coming up.
Impressive stuff.
And yeah, I mean, someone had asked about, like what's your schedule going to be like, and I really didn't want to let it out too much because it hadn't been finalized yet. So some of the dates are coming in, and I have some of the dates on the calendar already. So, I don't really say anything before it's confirmed, because I don't want to jinx anything. It's
Nope.
the old, I'm an old school kind of guy. I don't tip my hand until.
So it's in the calendar.
And I don't tip my hand until it's time for me to say, I got to flush.
We gotta rock.
Gotta rock.
Hey, a flush is better than a full house.
Yeah.
I saw that on a
Nothing.
cesspool truck sometimes. So.
Oh my God.
You gotta advertise for them now. Which one was
I
it?
don't remember.
Look it up. Look it up. Yeah.
So in like 5 years, do you see yourselves still doing this?
Oh, yeah.
I see myself playing forever. I mean, I just heard a program today that they were showing people 70 years old performing like young kids. I mean,
Look at Mick Jagger.
That's
Yeah.
right. Look at these fine musicians that are all out there and performing. You know what? Their heart's in it. They love it, and
Right.
when your heart's in it, there's no stopping it.
Steve Miller, 73 years old, still touring.
Well, He's that old now?
70's the new 50.
Yeah.
There
Mick
you
Jagger.
go.
Mick Jagger. I mean,
Who was like the oldest musician that's still out there playing? Do we know?
oh,
I
God.
think
Besides Keith Richards.
probably the Rolling Stones, I would think.
Wow.
But there might be some other ones. I mean, there's a lot of musicians out there that are not famous. That there's a lot of people that aren't famous and they're over the top musicians too. So I mean, I give everybody credit.
Well, I think Jimmy Cobb is still playing from Miles Davis' original band.
Prentice, big deal. Prentice is doing.
Oh, by the way, Miles Davis.
From the
Sterling
Drifters.
played with him.
Prentice, wow.
Prentice
I haven't
is
heard
doing
that
the
name
show.
in
Really?
ages.
Yeah.
Prentice and I are
I
good friends.
know.
I've known Prentice
Yeah.
for a long
I got to
time.
get that story from him.
He's
He's
doing
the one I
a
got
tribute
from.
to Sam Cooke at
telling
you.
the Suffolk
He's full of
Theater, I
stories.
believe.
Oh, wow.
No, it might be. This is what he told me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw that the other day, and I'm gonna definitely have to make my way to that because I haven't seen Prentice in a long, long time, and that man's pipes are golden.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he can sing.
Last time I saw him, I was playing with Bobby Nathan, and he came up and sang with us. He did a couple of numbers with us.
He's still got it.
Yeah.
You know. You got Sonny Charles. Sonny Charles is 80 years old. He's touring with Steve Miller. He's been Steve went and dug him out of the sands of Vegas and brought him on the road again.
So who was he playing with? He was playing with the
the Drifters.
The Drifters.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's right.
And
I did a gig with the Drifters last year. I did a fill-in job with them, and someplace out east. There's a private party, and their drummer was sick or something, and I filled in.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I do.
Don't you
remember
love those private parties? Oh,
It was nice money, I gotta tell
that.
you.
You never know who you're going to run into. You know?
exactly.
That's the thing. I kind of, like I said, I kind of keep my stuff low key. I don't really advertise unless we're doing something like this, and I definitely have the date. I keep, and we're all pretty much like that. We don't really broadcast like what we're doing. You know.
So how do you get
everything is-
people to get to you?
We do plenty of advertising. Trust me when I tell you, we do. We really do plenty of advertising. I got to, I got to say thanks to my wife. My wife sets up all the invitations. She does all the artwork and all the graphics. And
She's
that
good.
stuff
She's
is up.
good.
That stuff is up, and she gets it and she gets it up, and she knows exactly what I want. And she goes, "How's this?" I'm like, "Put it up."
Put it up.
Just like that. Or change. You make a little change here and there. You know what I mean? Something minor little thing. Something stupid. You forgot the time, or something really dumb.
Yeah, I had something I put up one time. It's starting at 7 a.m. I'm like,
Yeah, that happens.
yeah. These things happen.
But yeah, we have a bunch of stuff that's coming up, and I also have a production company that I run. D Media Production. Yeah, I went outside to get another booking agency
Right.
for this band, because I felt that it would be a little bit of a conflict booking my own band and then taking the percentage at the end. I don't want anybody mad at me for taking that 15% for
Right.
booking the show. So we go outside and do, and get somebody else to do it.
Of course.
Give them their 15%, leave my thing out of it. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot easier. But if need be, I could book my own stuff with a phone
Sometimes
call, a couple
that's
of phone calls.
sometimes that's easier, and it takes out the middleman, and you keep a little coin in your own
Yeah.
pocket, of course.
Right, and I'd rather give it to these guys than somebody else. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't take that 15%. That 15% would go in the pot, and I'd split it between us three.
Nice.
That's the way I do business. I'm old school. We get $500, we split it three ways, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, and everybody worked equally as hard. Everybody sweated the same amount. And we're using his electric every week, so.
He should get the 15.
You pay it back with Scooby snacks for Lulu.
He's got a black lab who is absolutely my girlfriend.
Oh.
She is. I show up at the house and she's like, "Oh man, he's here again." Her tail goes, her whole back goes. Tommy gets there. Who are you?
Aw.
I feel
Yeah.
left out.
Nah,
And then I go to Tommy's house and I get barked at by his three.
What do you got?
Oh, we got a Pomeranian and then a Prince Charles Cavalier.
He runs the house, the
And then-
Pomeranian.
Of
yeah,
course.
Of course.
The little-
and then
the
we
little-
got a Beagle Collie mix dog, and they're all like as part of the family. They run the house, though. You know what I mean?
Of course the dog runs the house. My dog ran the house.
They all run the house.
Oh, I come home from rehearsal and I get attacked by my own dog. He's like, "Who are you playing with?"
Yeah, right, exactly.
Tommy Mars says, I'm wishing you guys all the best and looking forward to catching a gig. So you missed it before, Tommy. These guys are playing this Saturday night at the Off-Key Tiki.
Yeah, I've been trying to get you to come out for quite
On
some
the show.
time there. We'll bring you up to sing a couple of tunes too.
Ooh.
We normally don't do that, but being that I haven't seen you, we might just invite you up to sing a couple of songs because you always dress right.
Oh, wow.
That's the thing. You got the beard, you got the nice jacket all the time, and I haven't seen you in quite some time, Tommy Mars. So you better come
Well,
on
he
down.
just
this
was
Saturday.
inducted to
to the Hall of
Blues
Fame.
Hall of
Yeah.
Fame.
Yes, he
New York.
was.
I saw
Tommy
that
New
on
York
Facebook.
Blues. Yeah, I don't think it was Long Island. I think it was the
Congratulations,
New
Tom.
York.
New York Blues Hall
Yep.
of Fame.
Yeah.
He's been around a little while with the vanilla
Yeah.
fudge and all that.
Oh yeah, and he's been in this studio with me. Thank you very much.
I've been on Tommy's show. We were on
Maverick Soul.
the Maverick Soul Hour a couple times. I was on there with Tommy, and always had a great time. We, he's a wonderful, wonderful human being, and a great
boy,
singer
does
too.
he keep them in the seat and bang,
Yes, he
bang, bang.
does.
He's good.
Got to get him to come on out.
Woo!
I know he had a couple of issues, some health issues there, but I think he's all better now. So you come on out. Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
even buy you a Coke.
There you go.
we're gonna take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
ALJ Service Center, 2100 Belmore Avenue in Belmore. Ray and the crew have an outstanding reputation in the Belmore community, built by hard work, honesty, and professionalism. ALJ specializes in computer diagnostics for today's modern automobiles. Whether it's domestic or foreign, ALJ assures your vehicle is at peak performance when it leaves. ALJ also offers expert restoration and repair on vehicles as well as antique, classic, and muscle cars. Call ALJ for your automotive needs. 516-409-4433. Once again, that number is 516-409-4433.
This is Jerry Ann Casola. She has just finished working on a collection of short stories about the love and joy rescue animals can bring. Each chapter contains a message about how people should and could be kinder to animals. The book is rated G, meaning family friendly. To order Life in the Pits, send $13 to paypal.me/JerryAnnCasola.
Pit of Our Souls, a nonprofit animal rescue that deals primarily with pit bulls but will never turn away any dog, no matter what breed or size. Their primary focus is not only to rescue and rehome those in need, but to educate and rehabilitate to prevent the cycle from continuing. Pit of Our Souls offers boarding, training, and as much assistance as possible to those in need. Call Pit of Our Souls 516-308-6221 or check out their website www.pitofoursoulsrescue.com.
And we're back with Sharp Dress Bands.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you guys do that walk thing? What is that?
With the guitars, we spin the guitars around.
Aha.
No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
But that's like a trick guitar. That
yeah, it's got
it's
a
a
one
whole-
peg on it.
This belt loop thing, belt buckle thing that you got to screw to the back of your guitar, and ain't none of us putting no screws in my guitars.
Not in the middle. But
No.
maybe I'll get one of my old guitars just to bring it out and then spin it around. You know.
Well,
And
you
then
gotta
switch it
put
again.
the hairy stuff on it too. Is it like fur?
Yeah, they got the
that's
fur.
the next build.
Yeah.
They
That's
got
my
the
next
fur
build,
guitars.
the furry guitar.
If you like it, put a little fur on it.
That's
If
it.
you
That's a Dean actually.
you know.
Get a Dean. Build it with that.
Oh, Tommy
Yeah, so-
loves me. Mwah.
He's got something to say here. I don't know.
Well, I wanted to talk about rigs and stuff like that and all equipment.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
go
a
for
lot
it.
of musicians like to talk about that and stuff like that. So, well, I set up my rig to sound like Billy Gibbons through the years, because he's changed. Most guitar players and musicians, they use, like, through the years, they use different, and their recording times and sessions. Sometimes on an album, they use a lot of different gears, or as time goes by, they'll use different amps or whatever equipment's available, or to try to It's a lot of experimenting. So now, I've always liked Billy Gibbons' sound, and also, influenced by Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, musicians like that. Find the tone masters. These guys were great with their fingers, but they had that certain tone. So now I got my board and my sound set up to get, like, just about everything that they get, in tone wise. Like Billy Gibbons, I have when he did a lot of, like, the Eliminator album and stuff like that, he used the JCM Marshall 800 amplifier. So I got just the pedal that emulates that sound.
Oh, wow.
And I use, my two Fender, not deluxe reverbs, hot rod deluxes and stuff like that to get my sound, and that emulates the sound. And then I got another pedal that's called the LaGrange pedal, built by Bogner, and it's more of like a Marshall hot rod 70s plexi Marshall sound. So I got that for certain, those certain songs back in the early days when
Like LaGrange?
Yeah, LaGrange, exactly. That's what I kick on for that song, and then I'll kick on for the later songs. The JCM 800, and then I got a Nobles ODR1 Overdrive 1. It's actually a very unique pedal too. I use that for a lot of different songs for just to get that smooth, round distortion for a lot of the bluesy stuff. And then that's the sound right there. So yeah.
So what is it you use there, Bob?
I use my power head is Gallion Kruger. I've been a Gallion Kruger user for about 30 years. I can dial up any sound. I mean, I've used Ampegs, I've had Ampegs, I've had Hartkeys, I've had. Nothing compares to what I can get out of the Gallion Kruger. Just the thump alone, the sound alone it's incomparable. You can't duplicate that sound. They're made here in the USA, Stockton, California. You need parts, you break something, I call up, I talk to this one girl over there, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I know what you need," and it's in the mail, and I get it in 2-3 days. It's not like if I have a Mark bass amp where I have to send it back to Italy to have it repaired. It takes 6 months. Well, that's where they're manufactured. As far as my wireless system that I use, because we're both wireless, just to be able to move around. I use a Line 6 with a body pack, and I could go anywhere. I use exclusively Intex cables, built by a guy named Jean-Marc Dumichel, also in California. Each cable that I use is handmade. They're not a Guitar Center cable, and there's a lifetime warranty on it.
Wow.
I break it, which I have an Intex cable I've got for about 15 years. That thing will last me a lifetime. Never going to break. And my speaker cabinets, I use Avatar cabinets loaded with Eminence speakers. Sometimes I use a half stack, sometimes I use a full stack, which is a 15 and 410 on top. The half stack is usually the 410, and it bites. I use pedals as well to emulate that Dusty Hill sound. I use a Electro-Harmonix distortion pedal called a what the hell is that called? Soul Food. And then the drop, I use an octave pedal as well, which I drop an octave in certain tunes. Like Cheap Sunglasses, I'll have that on. That's a POG. and Dusty uses the exact same pedals that I use. I got it from the rig
Interesting.
rundown from Elwood. Elwood's been their guitar tech for many, many years, so he shared with me a little bit with how they're getting their sound.
Right.
He controls all the sound from behind the stage. You never know if there's no pedals in front of him. If you ever looked at a ZZ Top concert, there's no monitors either. There's one spot monitor over in the corner.
Wow.
Billy wants to hear the out system. He's so old school, he doesn't even need the monitor. Dusty uses in-ears. I do have in-ears. I got to get in-ears for these guys too. We're going to be bringing that into the mix eventually. We got
I just hope you don't get any backfeed. Whee!
No, that's the beauty of having the in-ear monitor. You don't get that.
Okay.
You don't get that. You control your own volume on your body pack, and you don't get that feedback. If you do, you pull it out of your ear. Plain and simple. That easy.
And we don't want to leave out the drummer. And what are you using?
Well, for this particular band, I use 2 different drum sets.
And Seth
Both.
is going to be jealous because he's watching, and we're going to talk about that double bass.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely talking about that double bass, Seth. We're going to shame you.
This is the guy that puts 1,000 drums in a Mustang.
Well, I don't use 1,000 drums, but both of the sets I use for this band are Gretsch sets, and they're special edition sets. They only made 200 of them, and they're designed with Detroit colors. In other words, they're made to look like, the red set looks like a 63 Vet with the white split on the back fin.
Does it have side pipes?
And the light blue set, which is like a teal color, is called Motown Blue. And it's got the same kind of split, the white split for where the fin would go for a 57 Chevy.
Interesting.
And I bought a beautiful snare drum that I use for this group. It's a Sonar Babingo wood snare, 26 ply. It's about this thick. It's like an inch and a half thick, and it's all brass fittings on it. And beautiful sound of that snare. Very particular sound I get with that drum.
How about your cymbals?
I use Zildjian Constantinople's, hand hammered by some little Zildjian guy in the cellar with a hammer. But
Aren't they like
beautiful.
in Missouri or some Massachusetts? I forgot what I learned.
They're in
Zildjian's from
Missouri, of course.
Boston.
They're hammering a cymbal.
They're from Boston.
Boston, yeah.
But
Knew it started with an M.
these are probably the top-notch cymbal, the Zildjian Constantinople's. But I use Zildjian 15-inch A's on my hi-hats because I like a more closed, tight sound, and I like to swoosh them a lot with my foot. So if I use a smaller cymbal, or 14 inches, the normal size, I use a 15-inch. If I use a 14-inch, it's too sharp of a sound, and it cuts through too much when I swoosh with my foot. So I use a 15-inch, a little bit bigger. It blends better with the band. And yeah, well, that's about what I use. I use Evans heads. I love Evans heads. The double ply hydraulic heads for the tom toms, and the regular coated snares. So
All right. Well, we
beautiful
are.
drums. Beautiful drums.
Sorry about that. We're just about out of time. So one more time, roll where you're going to be.
Okay, this Saturday, April 22nd, Off Key Tiki, 31 Baker Place in Patchogue, New York. Appearing with us is going to be the Mechanics.
Woo!
There you go. There's the ad. March is up in the air right now. It might be Cadillac Ranch. I'm not entirely sure. That hasn't been finalized. April, again, we're going to be back at the Off Key Tiki.
The 18th.
April 17th.
17th. You're right.
April 17th, back at the Off Key Tiki. We got
Is that the
two
one
local
with
shows.
Is that the one with the Deep Purple band?
That was with the Deep Purple
I
band, with the
believe
Mechanics.
I believe it still is.
No, we booked it with the Mechanics because you guys were unavailable.
Deep Purple band wasn't
Oh,
available.
is that what
Danny
happened? I
was
don't
away.
even remember.
It's just like
Danny was
last
away.
week.
And then we have 89 North. You threw me a curveball here. 89 North coming up in September. And other than that, just check our Facebook page. We have a fan group. You can check out our fan group at the Sharp Dress Band fan group. We accept all members. Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter what color skin you have. We welcome everyone. It doesn't make a bit of difference to us. We love you all, man. If it wasn't for you people, we wouldn't have a job. That's all there is to it. And we thank you all. Without a doubt, it's, our fans are our top priority. And so come on down and get yourself a pair of cheap sunglasses. Come and see us this Saturday night. Tommy, double in as Billy Gibbons. Frank, Mr. Patterson over here, he's going to double as Frank Beard. And I'm Bobby D, and I'm going to be Dusty. So,
How.
we nationwide.
We nationwide, and we're having fun when we come down to these gigs.
And Jerry Canoli, we got to say a big thank you to you. Chavo, you too.
Yep. I
And
can't-
our engineer, Mr. Bobby Lacera, right here at Paradise Studios.
Rockin' on, rockin'
This place
on.
runs an awesome showcase on Thursday nights. Tune in. You can check them out on Roku. You can watch on the internet. You can watch however you got to do it.
Spotify, tune in.
Spotify, tune in.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. Bobby is getting nationwide himself.
Exactly. And before we go, we want to thank our viewers. Thank you for watching every week. We really appreciate it. And of course, I have to thank my producer, Bobby Lacera. He is the man. He rocks Massapequa. All right, we're out of time, and we'll see you next week. Have a happy week.
All right.